Hello friends, it's Sarah, also known as LoveSockWool. I have been gone for so long. I've never gone away. I've just haven't recorded anything for a long time because I am back working as a nurse. My kids are busy, I'm busy, but I'm off for a bit of time in August now. So I thought, I think I can record. Let's do this. Juliet would like to show you something. All right, Juliet, show the folks. Say hello. Want to show them your Playmobil? Okay, you show them your Playmobil. There. Is it a farm Playmobil? Oh, I like the little chickies. So many of them. Okay. All right. All right, go play.
No.
Seriously trying to remember how to do this because they don't remember. I don't know where to begin because I have so many things I want to show you. Of course, 2020 has been the most insane year to date. We're not even going to talk about it. We're going to focus on joyful things, and I have been working on so many fun projects. And I think the one that I'm kind of the most excited about, well, I'm excited about all of them, but the one that surprised me the most that I was so excited about was crochet. It wasn't even knitting. And this project I started pre-COVID. I want to say it was either early March or even February, but I had discovered the simple beauty of the crochet linen stitch, which is this stitch right here. It literally looks like, well, it looks like linen stitch, obviously, whether it's knitting or crochet. So it honestly kind of has a little bit of a knitting look to it because it creates these little V's. I think it's also known as granite stitch. But anyway, I started this, like I said, I think back in February or March. And look how big, I'm gonna have to stand up. Look at how big it has gotten. It is a simple triangle pattern, and I found it free on the internet. I would provide a link, but I don't know what the link is. If you just go Google crochet linen stitch triangle shawl, you'll find it. All you really need is to know how to start it, and then it's mindless and you just keep going. Look how big it is. Like I could actually be done with it, but I don't want to be done with it. I want to keep going, but it is so fun. It is, I think, my most favorite crochet item I've ever made. And I can't wait to make another one. I'm sorry if I'm looking in the wrong place. I'm out of practice. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I even have a strange stitch marker. This is a seashell from North Carolina that had a hole in it. Actually, no, this one might have been from Florida. If you go to the beach and you love to look for seashells, which I do, I'm gonna take it off. If you find these little tiny seashells with a hole in them, you can just put one of these bulb stitch markers through the hole, and then you can have a seashell stitch marker. I think I got this idea from Marina of Pineapple Knits. I think she did this with her kids. I was like, I can do that too. What a great idea. So anyway, this is so fun and I love it. And I have the idea that I want to make a crochet linen stitch granny square, and I need to find the little pattern because I need to know how to start it. Once I get it started, I'll be okay. But I got to figure out how to start it because I have a handful of minis. I always have a ton of minis, but I have all these beautiful minis from Patreon, from a Homespun House Patreon. I also have a magic cake that I made up, which is mostly the Patreon minis, but it's also a few other ones thrown in just because I like them and they're pretty. And I was thinking about starting the Habitation Shawl by Helen Stewart. Molly just finished hers and she used a magic cake of of the Patreon minis for that. And I thought, well, maybe I'll do that. But that feels a little daunting right now, so I may not do that yet. I might wait, and if I'm able to get an advent calendar this year, maybe I'll do that with an advent calendar. I don't know. I haven't purchased an advent calendar yet. Just haven't. I want to, but I just haven't. Anyway, I'm gonna take this off now because it's quite warm. But I'm so proud of it, and I really, really love it. It just makes me so happy whenever I see it. And all these beautiful colors. Again, it's just all leftover sock yarn. And I'm using, where's my hook? I have a couple different hooks that I've been using. I have a really pretty one that is the Furls brand, F-U-R-L-S. Kind of a sparkly yellow. It's real pretty. I found it on some shady website that seemed very old school, but it was cheaper. But it is a Furls. And then I've got an Addy. Oh, here it is. Uh-oh, it's stuck. I have an Addy that I'm using, which says 4.0, but when I purchased it, it's supposed to be a size F, just like, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm so out of practice with this. I can't find anything. Here it is. This is an F hook. It even conveniently has a little F on the end there. I don't know if that's ever going to focus. But anyway, it's an F, I promise. This one is supposed to be an F, even though it says it's a 4.0. It's supposed to be a 3.75. I don't know who's right, but they're both pretty similar. And I just use them interchangeably. And yeah, so I would like to start a granny square blanket in this stitch pattern because it's so addictive to do. It's so fun. And the thing that I like about this is that you see how dense the fabric is? Like you can't see through it. And most crochet, and one of the reasons why I don't like so much crochet as much as I do knitting is that the fabrics you get with crochet is often so loose and holey and you can see through it, and I don't really like that. But this is so much denser and I just love it. I want to make linen stitch for the rest of my life. And I would encourage you to do the same. If you haven't tried it, give it a try. It's the easiest stitch pattern. All it is single crochet and chain stitches. It's like a single crochet, chain one, single crochet, chain one, all the way across. Like it's lovely. It's perfect for TV watching. Just enjoyable, mindless, using up all your leftover yarns. It's the best. The color I'm currently putting on right here is this lovely purple speckledy color. And I honestly don't remember the brand. I got it on Amazon. Oh, this is terrible that I don't remember the name of the yarn. I think they have an Etsy shop too, but for some reason they sell their yarn on Amazon. So I got it in like 2 days. And that's why I got it. Because sometimes you need your yarn in 2 days. So if I can remember, I'll tell you. But I have no idea. But I love it. And I knit a pair of socks with it. Okay, let's see what else is in this basket. This is kind of like this random, my scrappy basket right here that I keep my crochet triangle shawl in. Got a couple of my Patreon minis. These just came. Oh no, I just realized I probably am ruining it for people. Shoot, see, I'm out of practice, you guys. So if you haven't gotten your Patreon minis, this is what they look like. This is, I'm assuming it's for August. It might be July. I don't really know because since Molly and Robert and the girls moved back to Germany, I'm not sure. I've lost track of like which month was which, and I just don't keep track of it. So I'm not really sure if this is August or if this is July, but they just came in the mail yesterday. This is Peony. This is Sugared Sweeties. That's really pretty. And then Whale Belly. I've always loved Whale Belly. It's a really pretty kind of peachy color. So I apologize if I've ruined it for anyone. I mean, I don't know if it's like a great big surprise, but I I apologize if I ruin that for anyone. You'll have to forgive me. I make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Okay. I have another shawl in here that I randomly cast on this summer. I have not worked on a boneyard shawl in a while, and I thought I need to get a boneyard on the needles. And this is in Lolo did it in one of her Barely There colorways, and it's called Moss. And it's on her MCN base, the Lolo's favorite. And it's lovely. I've kind of put it aside for the moment because I love it, but I want to try this brushed Surrey alpaca silk yarn I keep seeing everywhere. And I keep debating whether or not to just special order it from Lauren, because she has that base and it's called Alpaca Fluff. And I thought, well, maybe I'll special order it in the Moss colorway because I want to add it to this and finish out the shawl with some alpaca fluff held double with the MCN. But I haven't ordered it yet, so that's why this is kind of put to the side until I decide which yarn I want to, or which color I want to order to finish this out. This is another beautiful, mindless, lovely pattern by Stephen West. I altered it a little bit by adding more of a garter edge. It doesn't have this much of a garter edge in the actual pattern, but I wanted it to, so I just added extra stitches. It's a free pattern by Stephen West. Okay. I have a couple other scrappy projects that are actually sweaters that I have cast on this year. I had the first one, I think I cast it on in January. I'm not sure, I don't remember, because I just kind of pick it up here and there. But it's my advent calendar yarn that I got from Pineapple Yarns, or the Pineapple 2019 Pineapple Yarns advent calendar. And Marina of Pineapple Yarns, she dyed the advent calendar in a gradient. It was so beautiful. I love it. I'm so bummed that I did not grab her advent calendar for this year because she has already taken the listing down. Marina, if you're watching this, please put it back up. But I think that she took it down because she's trying to be careful with the amount of bases, because I think there's a shortage of bare yarn, which I did not realize. But if for some reason, Marina, you're able to put that listing back up, please do. Anyway, this is the top-down Raglan pattern by Stephen West. I think it's called the Go-To Raglan. And you start top up, you knit it top down. So, and you knit this amazing rolled over collar, which I love. It's so professional looking when you do it like that. I've never done that before. Anyway, it's just a simple top-down raglan, and then I'm just using up all the minis, and I'm double stranding them, and I have them all in this basket here. So this is what I have left, and I have a couple of extra. This is also pineapple yarn that were not part of the advent calendar, but I'm not really getting close to being sort of kind of approaching getting close to being done, but not really. The colors I am currently holding double are these two puppies. It's so lovely that it's dyed as a gradient because it makes knitting this pattern so fun and kind of stripy but yet fadey, and I really love it. It's a great pattern. Not quite sure what I'm going to do when I get to the sleeves, because it's possible I may have used up all of the yarn by the time I get to the sleeves, and I don't want to have to, and if I haven't used up all the yarn by the time I get to the sleeves, I don't want to have to divide everything up into two so that you can knit the two sleeves and have them sort of match, because I don't care about matching. So I think what I might do is just stash dive my other pineapple yarn skeins that I have, and just one sleeve might be one color, the other sleeve might be another color. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm, of course, extremely slow at knitting this. But that's my advent calendar. Go to Raglan. And I've got another scrappy sweater that I cast on very foolishly. I don't even remember when. I'm trying to remember if it was before I went back to work, because my work shut down for 5 weeks. And I had no idea when we were going to be open again. So of course I cast on a million projects, not knowing if I would have time to knit them or not. But I figured I might as well cast on what I want. So anyway, I found a top-down Raglan cardigan pattern. And my idea was I wanted to use up all my leftover MCN scraps, held double with mohair, because I just love mohair held with MCN. It just creates the most beautiful fabric. It's so warm, and it's just a joy to knit. So I'm trying to see if I got the pattern here. This one's the Raglan, the Stephen West one. This one is, there's no picture on it, but anyway, it's by Beta of Hedgehog Fibers, or is it Beata? Beta? I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing, but she is the lovely dyer behind Hedgehog Fibers, and she so kindly has designed a top-down Raglan cardigan for free. I didn't even have to pay for it. And it's in multiple sizes, and I think I'm doing, hold on, I think I'm doing like the large or the extra large. I'm not really sure. I want it to be big. I want it to be oversized. I'm trying to see what the name of this pattern is, because being the way I am, I only ever print out just what I need. I don't, if the pattern has like a big picture as the first page, I don't print that out, because obviously I don't want to waste my ink. So I actually don't even know what the name of this pattern is, but I'm sure you could find out. It might even be on the Hedgehog Fibers website, because I'm pretty sure she has linked, because she has many patterns that I believe she has designed. So just go look for her free top-down Raglan sweater. Oh, would you like to see it? I am past the sleeves, and I'm working on the body. Oh my goodness, it's kind of hideous. But it's so fun though, because it is all MCN yarns with mohair. Because I have lots of just leftover weird scraps of mohair. So you just start top down. I think at the end you go back and maybe pick up for a collar. And then this bit of garter on the edges, there's no buttonholes. I'm not doing buttonholes. I don't think it even calls for buttonholes. It's a very simple pattern. It does not have this much edging. I added that because I wanted it to have more of an edging. So there you have it. Who knows when I'll ever finish it. I'm not liking this stripe so much, this crazy one. I don't know why. It's totally random. But I really like it, and I just think it would be fun to have a really nice, oversized, super warm mohair MCN cardigan to throw on in the mornings when I, gotta take my dog for a walk. First thing in the morning, it's chilly. This is just the ticket. So yeah, go look on Hedgehog Fibers website. I honestly am not sure. I probably downloaded it from Ravelry, but it was free. It didn't cost anything. So yeah, go take a look at either of those websites and see what you think. But I do love it. I haven't been working on it very much, probably because it's been summer and it got really hot, and so I haven't really been working so much on sweaters. But the yarn I'm currently knitting into it is Kirk from Legacy Fiber Arts, and the mohair is, I think it's Winter's Kiss by Homespun House. It was in a box of Huga that I got back in January, I think. So it's really nice to have a way to use up all those leftover, especially mohair. I don't ever want to waste mohair. So it's nice to have an opportunity to use up every last bit. Okay, what else can I show you? Ooh, okay. let's do a few socks. I have tons and tons of socks I've been knitting, but I don't know where they all are. They're all over the place. So the ones that are close to hand are the ones I'll show you. So I just cast this one on last night, and it's a new to me dyer. It's a chick that knits, and she's on Etsy and she's on Instagram as the same name. And I believe she's in Oklahoma. And I was looking around at her feed on Instagram, and it looks like she's going to be opening her own yarn shop in the town that she lives in Oklahoma, which is wonderful. I'm so happy that she's able to do that. And her colors are beautiful. Definitely go check out her Etsy shop. I love it. I got this. This is an 80/20 merino nylon blend, and it's a 3-ply. I've never knit with a 3-ply 80/20 merino sock yarn. It's a little bit, it's super soft, but a little bit rustic feeling. So it's very, very pleasant to knit. I also, in that order, grabbed a couple of minis just because I wanted to try a couple of her colors. So this one is Lavender Fields, and it's on a sparkle base. And this one is Harvest, and it's on a 80/20 like 2-ply sock base. So I'll probably put these either on my crochet, or I'll put squares on my my Cozy Memories blanket, which I started another one. So this one is, it's not very big obviously, but it's a 50 stitch square blanket. I'm actually working on putting Paris Gardens in this right now, which is lovely. It's so pretty. I can't tell if this is pink or lavender, or if it's just like a pale lavender pink. It's just gorgeous. And I'm really excited that I'm finished with the cuff and I'm on to the beautiful, soothing stockinette stitch. Okay, let me show you another sock I'm working on that's actually a second sock. And I'm so excited about that because it is rare for one such as myself to have second socks on the needles. So this is a beautiful green sock. This is a homespun house in the Meadow colorway. This was one of her, Molly's colorways that she dyed up a handful of colors that were kind of like, I guess you could call one of a kind. Colors. I'm not sure if she's going to be dyeing this one anymore. She should, because it's beautiful. It's called Meadow, and it's on her MCN base, which I think is a little plumper than most fingering weight yarns. So I am knitting this this pair on 2.5 milliliter. I usually use 2.25 millimeter, but I'm using 2.5 because the yarn is a little bit thicker, and it goes so much faster. So I'm almost done. I think I'm like about halfway, 3/4 of the way down the foot. I'm hoping I can finish this today, because then I'll have a pair finished finally. I haven't finished a pair of socks in a while. I kind of went on a kick where I was just casting on like tons of new socks, but then of course none of them are second socks. They're all first socks. So it's nice to finally buckle down and get a second one knit. Okay, dropping things. All right, I don't know if I have any more. I don't think I've got any more socks at hand. I have a couple more shawls that I want to show you and a little bit of stash. Okay, so you guys might know from past episodes that I am obsessed with the Garter Goodness by Stephen West. I love that pattern. I literally have 4 on the needles right now, which is ridiculous. But the one I'm really focusing on right now and I really want to finish is a Pineapple Yarns one. That is so wonderful. I love it. So the Garter Goodness has 6 sections, and I have never knit 6 sections. I've only ever gotten to the end of 5 sections and then proceeded with the I-cord bind off. So again, I am holding a skein of MCN from Pineapple Yarns and mohair together, which creates just the most luscious wonderful fabric. Like for the Minnesota winters that I must endure, that's why I keep knitting with MCN and mohair held double, because it's just so warm. I love it. So this color, the first color is Peachy Day by Pineapple Yarns. And I held it double with a peach color of mohair. And I don't think I have the tag anymore, but this mohair is like the cheapest mohair you can find on Amazon. It's by a brand called Sugar Bush. So just go to Amazon, type in Sugar Bush mohair, and it will come up. And it comes in, you know, a handful of just nice, basic, solid colors. This one's like a lavendery one. I don't think... Oh, wait. Maybe I do. Oh, here it is. I found it. So this is the peachy color. I don't know if it even had a name or if it just has a number. But it went well with the Peachy Day, which is right here. This is my leftovers of it. So I knit all the way through section 4 of the Garter Goodness with the Peachy Day, and then I switched to this lavender color. It's called Midnight Garden. It's so pretty. I love it so much. It's so beautiful. I just love Marina's yarns. They just make me so happy. Oh, I found my bracelet. It was in this basket. Anyway, I'm almost done. I'm on section 5. And I'm maybe almost halfway done with section 5. And then I will bind it off. And let me just show you these stitch markers. This is from an Etsy shop I just stumbled upon. Shoot, I'm trying to remember the name. It's like her name. It's like Jill's Knitting Beads or something like that. But all of her stitch markers, and she has a ton in her shop, are just gorgeous. And a lot of them are this style with like a medallion type thing. And it's like got it's like a raised, I don't know if it's like a resin or it's like a kind of glass. I don't know. It's so pretty and very reasonably priced. I just love it. So I got a set of 6 anyway, because when you do a Garter Goodness, you need at least, depending on how many sections you end up doing, you only need 4 or 5 stitch markers. So it's kind of nice when they all match. So, okay, so that's my favorite Garter Goodness. And I have 2 others that are in Madeline Tosh, but I just haven't been working on them. Let me see if I can, actually, one of them is right here. I can show you this one. It's in my bag. So this one, it's also held double with mohair, because of course one must always do that. I think the colorway is Beta Crucis, something like that. And it's a single ply Madeline Tosh base, and it's got sparkle in it. Oh, you see that sparkle? It's real pretty, kind of galaxy-ish. And then I'm using black mohair. And I think this is Rowan. And I'm almost done. I only got one 25-gram ball of that. So when this runs out, I'll stop with this color and I'll switch to this one. So it'll be a 2-color Garter Goodness. And this is Mars in Retrograde, Tosh Merino Light. And then this is some leftover mohair. I think it's Naughty Mrs. Claus from Lolo Did It. I thought they go together pretty good. But I'm focusing on the pineapple one. I'm going to work on that one until it's finished, and then maybe I'll focus on this one. And of course, I have more that I want to cast on. More Garter Goodnesses, because, you know, 25 isn't enough. Let me show you the yarn I want to use for the next one, because I'm crazy. Let me get organized here. It's also Pineapple Yarns. I especially ordered this because I wanted it in the MCN base, of course. Let me get it out. I have it carefully in the bag. Okay, so Marina has been dyeing the most gorgeous colorway called Coastal Strawberry. It's so pretty. it's kind of like a neon-y pinky coral color with shots of neon green and yellow. It's just so pretty. So I got that on the MCN base, and I also got it on her Noyer silk, or the mohair silk. So both of these are Coastal Strawberry. And I want to make another Garter Goodness with it. Because I'm crazy. And then I'm probably going to have quite a bit, I'm suspecting I'm going to have quite a bit of this left over, so I may throw that into it as well. I also have Merino's color called Green Stars with mohair. It's not an MCN though, it's with her Lonnie sock base. I may knit that with it as well. We'll see. I do love that pattern so much. I mean, all it is garter with yarn overs and a built-in I-cord edge, but that's what makes it so beautiful. It's so simple, but you don't need to look at a pattern. You can just pick it up and knit it, and it grows. The more you knit it, the more it grows. Okay, my last shawl I want to show you. I just cast this one on very spontaneously this past Sunday. I think it's called Knitflix and Chill shawl. I think it's by Boho Chic Knits. I think that's her name on Instagram, Boho Chic Knits, and that's, I believe, her website as well. So it's a lovely textured shawl, and it's a kind of like a long, deep triangle shape. And I'm working on the first section, and it's just like a lovely, like knit 2 purl 2 type stitch pattern. This is also more of those really pretty stitch markers. Man, I wish I could remember the name of her shop. I wonder if I've got her little card. No, I don't. Shoot, I'm sorry. If you message me below, if you put a comment below and you want to know what the shop is, I could probably put in a link as a comment. Anyway, I love it. This stitch marker is from Michael's from quite a while ago. So anyway, this yarn is a new to me dyer that I just discovered this year, and it's Little Lionhead Knits, and her yarn is just stunning. Her Instagram feed is like you're in a gallery of art. She just is a beautiful photographer and a beautiful dyer. And this main color here, it's called Granny Square Blanket. I had to get it just for the name, but it's absolutely beautiful, and this is an MCN base. And then the red stripe is also Little Lion Knits, and I knit a pair of socks with this, and it's called Vintage Plaid or Vintage Red Plaid Blanket, something like that. She has all these colorways that are inspired by vintage plaid blankets. So she's got a red, she's got a yellow, she has a robin's egg blue, and I think maybe some others, and they're beautiful, and they always sell out. I haven't been able to get any other of them. I would love to though. And then the blue right here is Little Lionhead Knits as well, and it's it was a sock. It came in a sock set with a mini, and it's inspired by a Dutch painting. I think it's called like the Dutch Courtyard or something like that. I saw her post on Instagram with the painting, and it was so beautiful. I had to get it. So anyway, this shawl pattern is really easy to customize. To like, you can make it as scrappy as you want, or you can just knit it as the pattern says, which I think is just 2 colors. So you're technically supposed to knit the first section just in the main color, but I just wanted to throw in some other colors. It's also knitted a pretty tight gauge. This is a 3.25 millimeter needle. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. I think that might be all I have to show you. I'm sure I'll think of other things, and as I go through the house, I'll probably find other projects that I will have wish I had shown you. But we'll have to save it for another time. Anyway, I hope that you all are well, and that you are finding joy in your making and your creating. It's so important to surround yourself with things that bring you joy like that. It's very healthy and it's good for your soul. So God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you around the internets. Bye.